Alright, so first order of business is that Thursday night game last night. Um, you know, obviously I was wrong, and I'm not shooting very well on these Thursday night games so far. If you count Thanksgiving, I'm 3-3. If you don't count it, I think I'm 0-3. But that's just how it goes sometimes. As for the game in particular, I don't have much to say about it. Except, Denver's gone through all these defensive linemen this year. Sam Adams, Simeon Rice, John Engelberger, uh, all those Browns that they had up there. I think no wait, not Gerald Warden anymore. Ebenezer Ekuban. Just so many different guys that they've gone through, and none of them can stop the run. And the only one that's getting a consistent pass rush is, of course, Elvis Dumerville, and he himself isn't exactly a monster against the run, so you kind of get an idea what Denver needs to do this offseason. Find a way to get a quality defensive tackle. Who's maybe Albert Hainsworth? He's going to be a free agent, maybe. You could look in the draft for Franco Com, maybe, but it's pretty obvious what they need to do. I think that they're a good linebacker. I think they need one more good linebacker, maybe another safety, defensive tackle, and they're right back in business. But right now, that defense just isn't stopping anybody. And offensively, they're better than that. What we saw on the field was not what they're capable of doing. Last week, we saw that they're capable of putting up 40, and they hit the field this week. They get Javon Walker back, and they can't protect their quarterback. They have a hard time running the ball. They broke off a couple of big ones, but in general, they couldn't run the ball too well. And that's just what's going to happen sometimes when you're a young team going through changes. And as for Houston, Sage Rosenfels, there's got to be at least some kind of a quarterback controversy in Houston now. And Schaub just got that huge deal, but you got to believe that Houston's at least thinking about giving Rosenfels the saddle for a little while now, because he's playing really well. He's, getting the ball to his monstrous wide receiver, Andre Johnson. He's finding Kevin Walter, Andre Davis, all these different guys. And, the Texans are fighting through injuries right now and still making playoff teams look bad. So, watch out for them next year. They're preparing for next year, but they're a quality squad. And, defensively, what else can you say? Mario Williams, second in the league in sacks with 13, and he's just having a fantastic season. I don't think too many people expected that. 3.5 sacks last night. Just complete monster out there, completely just terrorizing that side of the Denver offensive line. They're getting good play from the cornerback stepping in after Dunta Robinson went out. D'Amico Ryans is playing well. Greenwood's making a couple plays. Things are just looking good in Houston. And, that's all I got to say. I don't think either of these teams are making the playoffs for some pretty obvious reasons, but they're not bad teams. Okay, on to this week. Let's see. Give me a second here. Tomorrow night, I got Cincy over San Francisco. I don't know, just I don't really know where I'm going with this one, except, I just look at the Niners offense. I just see, life in it. So I'm going to say Cincy puts up enough points to win. Got Cleveland over Buffalo. This is pretty much a playoff game. Whoever wins this game is probably going to make the playoffs, almost definitely. So I'm going to take Cleveland at home. Their defense is starting to make key turnovers, and, of course, their offense keeps going along. Buffalo isn't as good as their record indicates, so Cleveland. I got Tampa over Atlanta. Garcia's going to be back, and, either way, this Buccaneers defense is playing pretty well right now. Atlanta, obviously, they got their new head coach in there now, the interim guy, and that's not a recipe for success. I got Baltimore over Miami. Again, I just can't justify picking Miami at this point in time. Franchise is on sale, though. I'm thinking about purchasing. Maybe we could all get together and buy the Dolphins and see if we can dig that franchise out of the gutter. It'd be for a good cause. I got some money I can put up. If any of you guys feel like volunteering, maybe we could amass enough money to at least get partial ownership, because I think we could do a better job than some of the guys up there. But anyway, I'm taking the Ravens. I got the Patriots over the Jets for obvious reasons. It could be a decent game. It is in the snow and everything, but it's not that hard to see which way you should go. In the best game of the week, I got Jacksonville taking out Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger might not play. He's got some shoulder injuries. Charlie Batch might play for him. Polamalu is going to come back, but he's not going to be 100%. Santonio Holmes, I don't know what's up with him. He's probably going to play, but this Jacksonville team can stop the run real well. Even without Marcus Stroud, they know how to stop the run. They got a great defense. They don't turn the ball over hardly, which is, something that you really got to watch out for when playing Pittsburgh. They can run the ball. They can pass it efficiently. I'm going to take the upset here. I got Jacksonville. I got Tennessee over Kansas City. I wouldn't be surprised to see this game go either way. Tennessee obviously hasn't been playing well the last several weeks, but I think Tennessee is the better team. Maybe Haynesworth is back to 100% and they can shut things down. Got Seattle over Carolina. I think we're going to go in there and take care of business. I just don't got a lot to say there. Carolina, obviously they're underachieving right now all around. A lot of aspects of the team just seem dead, so there you go. Green Bay over St. Louis. Favre should get his pass yardage record, and the Packers should take this pretty cleanly. I got the Saints over the Cardinals. Right now, Arizona's hurting pretty bad. They've suffered some bad injuries lately with, Adrian Wilson and Eric Green. Kurt Warner gets more banged up with every week. Anquan Bolden and Fitzgerald are gimped. Saints coming off that big win on Monday night. I think they take it. I got Indy over Oakland. Kind of a no-brainer here once again. I don't got a lot to say there, but Oakland's won a couple games in the last month, but I think the buck stops here. I got San Diego over Detroit. No Sean Merriman, but I think Detroit's been exposed for the team that they truly are in the last month. I think San Diego takes care of business here, and I believe they would clinch the division with a win, but I'm not totally sure. I think so, yeah. I got Dallas over Philly. Again, it's, a divisional rivalry game, so it could be somewhat interesting, but, Dallas just finds ways to win repeatedly this year, so I got to sit with them. I got the Giants over the Skins. Very tempted to take Washington, very, very much so, but I think the Giants are just a better team, and, they can smell the playoffs right in front of them. Washington's going to be starting their backup quarterback in Todd Collins, who hasn't obviously played very little in the last several years, so I got New York. And I got the Vikings over the Bears. I don't got a lot to say there, except I think the Vikings are going to roll to the 6th seed, maybe the 5th seed. And, the Bears obviously on the way down. In comes Kyle Orton, who I don't trust, so I'm taking the Vikings. That's about it, so I'll see you guys after the games.